Hello. And I should be typing, ignoring you, and looking like but, oh yeah, here's my prop. What day is it? Oh, July 23rd of the year 2021, or so we are told. I don't know what to talk about. Let's talk about food. Because this seems to be keeping me going. Oh, I can't show that. Well, I can. No, I can't. Maybe I can do this. I'm going to read this. I wrote this a long, long time ago in a land far away. Because you need props. I used to be the guy, thanks to my dad. We were conspiracist theories when country western wasn't cool. We always thought the final wars would be over water, food. But you have to remember, as most of you know, I knew him before he got famous. Well, let's talk about some news. And I'm going to talk about a giveaway. I usually don't promote someone's channel. And for those of you who are watching this as soon as I publish it, you know I'm about a day late and $1 short on putting links in. But Penguin 6. Yes, I said penguin. As in, why do polar bears and penguins get along so well? It's like good marriages. They live on the other side of the world. I think the earth is tilted. I'm not sure. I think there's another subject. But can you still find $5 out there every time I publish one of these videos? The coins dry up in my neighborhood. I found this one. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have my microscope out, but take my word for it. It's my memory's a bit short. It's a 1968 D in pretty good condition. It's not uncirculated. It's not in the original, but it's mighty fine. Means it's worth $3 to somebody someday. So I guess I'm going to talk about coins first. Most coins, and nobody collects coins anymore. You cannot find a coin collector because they're like me. They're 69 years old. Who collects coins? Well, I'll just stick it in my stash. I was listening to somebody today. His name is Gary North. He used to be tied up with Paul Rand. And he's like 3 years older than me. So we were listening to the Old Man's Club. I may post a link, I may forget. There's another fly. It's all pretty interesting. Right now, most everybody younger than 40, they're gamers. They're cryptocurrency guys, gals. Sorry to offend anybody. I guess I should say there are humans, transhumans. I'm going to offend somebody for sure. But you can still find a few coins. If you can find somebody that can count change or give it back to you. I wrote this years ago. So this is a book review of mine. And I may stop making an editorial. Because I got 9 more minutes. Then I get to 15-minute. What happens when the lights go out for good? If it lasts a day or two, what will everyone do? Without fuel and trucks, how can help get from here to there? How do you feed your loved ones? In the old days, poor meant living on days. Old stuff on the stove. So I don't keep my freezer full anymore. And on another channel, they love me. I guess some of you do too, or I wouldn't get a few reviews. But if it's in the freezer and I can't eat it 2 or 3 days, it's trash when the lights go out. Of course, you can duct tape it if you have little kids that are used to go in the refrigerator. And see, I used to call them ice boxes. I'm that old. Because you got a block of ice and you put it in the top and keep your milk cold and your eggs safe. Don't forget, I have 2 faithful hens and 1 rooster, and we came to an agreement. We're going to take our few eggs. We're going to see if they hatch. Because my pets are about 2.5, 3 years old. And of course, I know I can always order them from a grower. And I do have 1 brand new incubator that I bought years ago that I never used, but I'm still using my older one just to see how it shakes out. Well, let's see. Skipping through. Oh yeah, poor. I grew up poor. I didn't have a stick of clothing. I had no shoes. I was at the mercy of others. And somebody decided whether to put a blue or pink hat on me. Can you imagine me wearing a pink hat? Well, whatever. When it starts, get out of town. That was the old days. I ain't going nowhere but this far. And they'll hear me coming because of the squeaks. Find someplace really remote and hide. Well, I hung out with the Amish long enough. I know where all their hiding places are. Because they get just like everybody else. I know everybody says the Amish is going to rock and roll through this. Amish women are very interesting. The house is theirs. The kids are theirs. And if you're a good hubby, you stay outside from sun up to sundown. You can come in and have lunch. But James offered to trade me, back in my old Amish days. I almost married one. But I'm too English for them. Do I sound like an Englishman? Do I sing like a brute? A Brit? And why do all the Brits anymore act like they don't comb their hair and it just goes every which way? And now Britain and Australia are locking down again. Oh, now I'm getting into current news. And even St. Louis is saying you got to wear your masks as of Monday. And of course, St. Louis and the Fort County area of Kansas City. For those of you who couldn't see that, they're tied to the same hitching post and drink out of the same water trough. But Kansas City wants to not mandate it. They want to do a submission of opinion, which means probably by next week, all of Missouri is going to be in lockdown again. And if you listen to some of my old videos, I would have told you that because it started school and... Well, let's see. I'm only this much. There's something I wrote 10 or 15 years ago. Okay. A simple pastrami sandwich. Pastrami? Pastrami. Depends on where you're from. Sounds like corned beef. I don't know. So the farmer has his tractor. The trucks need to... Oh, did I tell you the truckers aren't striking? They just been cut off from diesel. And what about the packing plant? Oh, I don't know. I've got this thing, and it says I came in contact with somebody who must have had COVID. So now I have to isolate for 2 weeks. I tell you, I went to Aldi's today. The off time, I never say. I just show up. And in my part of town, there was like 20 people there. And I'd swear they hadn't taken a bath in years. And either I don't speak English anymore. Don't you freeze up on me. I'll be back with part 2.